There. I think I'm all ready now. Hello, my name is Brian and I want to welcome you to my new YouTube channel. It's called Brian Gets Fit at 60. And I am going to track my journey to trying to get back in better shape and lose some weight after my 60th birthday, which happened this past March 2024. Just a little bit about myself. I'm 6'4" tall. I've always been a tall and kind of skinny guy. Then, as you go into adulthood, your metabolism changes, and then start working, get a family, have some kids, and if you're not intentional about it, and you have some bad habits like I have, as far as being way too ready to eat a bunch of junk food, or just big quantity of food, eating too much. And so as I got older, married, I started to gain some weight. And then me and my wife got on, various times in our life, we got on a little bit of healthy kicks. And some lasted for a while, a year and a half, 2 years. Lost weight, exercising, eating good, and feeling good. And I just remember both of us at that time were saying, this took so much work to get into this healthy state, and we're not going to, we don't want to go back to that. But all it takes is, just a little bit of some hiccup happens, or just different life circumstances, and next thing you know, you're gaining some weight back. And the first couple of times that it happened to us, or happened to me specifically, it was not that big of a deal. At one point, I weighed about 280 pounds, and for me, that was heavy. I didn't feel very good, a constant heartburn, just a lot of lethargy, and just not being able to do some amount of physical things. And I've always been, semi-athletic, and never, no college athlete or anything, but I love to play basketball. And I played a lot of basketball with a variety of different people. I played even with, like pickup basketball and stuff with some people who were in the NBA, and definitely a ton of college players. So, even though I'm a weekend warrior class of player, I would classify myself as, I had the opportunity to play with a lot of good players, and we used to play for hours on end, a couple of times a week. And once you get overweight, it's harder to do that. My ideal weight, somewhere between 200 and 220 pounds. At that weight, I can do a lot of running and jumping. And unfortunately, at one point, I got up to 280 pounds and did a bunch of working out, watching what I ate, and I lost all that. And I actually got down to about 190 pounds. And I was, that was helped by playing basketball pretty vigorously 3 times a week for 2-3 hours at a pop. And I went through that phase, and that was a little bit later. I'm going to say I was in my mid-30s, early 40s when that happened, and I lost that weight. And I continued to kind of keep it off for the next 10 years, 15 years, get up around 230, 235, and then get back on the program, so to speak, and get down in around the 220s again. And then at 55 years old, me and my wife were fortunate enough to be able to retire early, and we moved to someplace that was warmer. We used to live in Michigan, and just kind of living the good life. And then a year later, COVID hits. And when we first moved, I was still, I found a different group of guys to play basketball with, and still able to, get out and either taking walks or riding our bikes or something. And when COVID hit, things got locked down pretty good, and there was a lot of stuff we couldn't do. Basketball definitely quit, and basketball was gone for 6 or 9 months, I believe. And during that time, we packed up and moved again to a different place that was a little better for us to live in. And after that, I just never kind of reached out, tried to find anybody to play ball with. And at around that time, and because of COVID and stuff, and losing some amount of ability to stay active, I went from, just before COVID, right there around 225, I went up to like 250 pounds. And just kind of floating along right around that area, getting down maybe to 235, and then inching back up to 250, 255, until this year, 2024, probably in June. And then I just I really went off the deep end as far as eating, started eating ice cream a couple of times a week, getting pizzas, eating fast food, fried food, and not only the eating of stuff that isn't considered very healthy, but the quantities of it. I was eating myself till I was just gorged, physically full, not just the mental feeling of I'm full or a thinking of I've had enough, but just physically so full that I couldn't honestly eat another bite. And at that time, I got up to like 275 pounds, maybe closer to 280, because we went out on a little bit of a long family visit, and I didn't have access to a scale to be weighing myself like I do when I'm at home. And I do know I went to the doctor's office when I was visiting my mom. We went to see our my wife's and I, old family doctor, and I weighed 275 pounds there in the doctor's office. So right around then, I was kind of telling myself, and told my wife too, that, once we're done and back home, I'm going to start working out and eating a lot better. And I've decided that I'm going to take you guys on this journey with me as I'm doing it. Now, here we are. So that happened, and that statement happened in August of 2024. Here we are in October of 2024. So I've been doing some stuff for a period of time, but when I initially said I was going to do this and was going to track it, I started making these recordings. But as I was going along, this is a lot of extra stuff for me to do, because I've never made YouTube videos before, and I've never edited videos before, and I never set up a YouTube channel before. And every time I would go to do something, and I'd get kind of frustrated with it. It's like, you know what? I'm just not going to bother doing this. But at a minimum, I kept on making some what I've done. I downloaded MyFitnessPal, which many of you may know this. If you don't know it, it's an application that helps you count your calories in your nutrition. It's what we used 20 years ago, 15 years ago. Can't remember exactly when we first found out about MyFitnessPal, but quite a long time ago. And we use that to track our calories, and we lost a lot of weight. And I've decided, because it worked for me before, I'm going to do it again. I also downloaded another couple apps just to kind of help track where I am. There's a specific kind of weight tracking app that I downloaded. I can't think of the name of it, but I will include the name in the description here. And I use that every morning when I get up. I weigh myself just to see how I'm trending. Am I going up? Am I going down? Because there's been some times since I've been trying to do this where just some days I just don't eat very good for whatever reason. Maybe I just don't feel like it, or more often than not, we end up going someplace because it's easier to track what you're eating, kind of figure out how many calories you're getting in, and definitely to weigh the amount of food. That's a big thing for me, is to be able to, we have a digital scale and I can weigh, I'm going to have some chicken breast. Well, how much? 80 grams, 180 grams, 300 grams, whatever. And then I can kind of monitor what I'm doing. But when you go out to a restaurant, I'm just not very good at tracking that stuff. And I could, try and guesstimate, or get even a little more serious and bring that scale with me. But I'm not quite at the point where I'm so fanatical about it that I'm going to be carrying this scale around with me and sit down at a nice, Italian restaurant or something, and they bring me stuff and I go, hey, can I have an extra plate because I want to weigh all my food? So I've been doing this for a number of months. I've been recording data. I haven't been recording any videos, but I'm starting today. And then I'm going to make some videos over the next couple days to kind of catch up, because now I'm, what did I say, kind of September, I think it was, August, September is when I actually started tracking my calories, and I started working out a little bit. And here we are in the first week of October. And so I have some, quite a number of pictures, video clips, and I'm going to do screenshots of, like, the weight tracking app. I'll do like a weekly screenshot of my results daily. And excuse me, my dog is going crazy barking. Let me go and close this patio door here. Where was I? So I've been doing some stuff and recording it. My actual plan is, and the very first thing I started with was using MyFitnessPal to start tracking the food that I was eating. And if you've used MyFitnessPal, when you first open it up and set it up, it asks you for some details, gender, height, current weight, what your goal is, how often you're having whether it's working out or some physical activity such as walking a lot or riding a bike, whatever. And then it gives you a calorie goal per day to help you reach your goal of one other thing. How much weight do you want to lose? And how fast do you want to lose it? Do you want to go a half pound a week, 1 pound a week, 2 pounds a week? And then it gives you a daily calorie goal that you're supposed to be shooting for to make that happen. I also have, way back when, my wife, she had bought a set of P90X DVDs. And I've decided that when we were both working out together and stuff, we would watch these and follow along with that workout plan. And I mean, it helped me get as strong as I've been in my life just doing these. And it's a lot of calisthenics. There is some amount of weight lifting in there, but they don't use anything more than basically dumbbells or body weight kind of exercises to do it. So you don't need a big gym. Matter of fact, I'll show you as I'm recording this. I'm in my garage. This is my multi-purpose room here, and it's not used for cars. I'll kind of show you around this at the end of this video, my little space. It's not very big. It's cluttered because here's also my workshop. I like to do some amount of woodworking and maybe a little bit of metalworking or welding. is like hobbies to me or whatever. So all that stuff is in here, along with some, whatever tools I need to do what I think I need to do, and workbench and shelves and saw, uh, little drill press over there, my little MIG welder, little tiny planer. So that's all in here, and I just keep it moved out of the way, or move it out of the way if I want to work with it. Then afterwards, I got to clean up and get it out of the way so I can do my workout. And as of right now, I'm doing P90X. We've also subscribed years ago. Once again, we subscribed to a online exercise site that they're constantly putting on. We signed up for this maybe 15 years ago, 10 years ago. They're still active. They're still putting out new videos, and I'm going to put a link to their site. One nice thing about their workouts is they have a lot of shorter workouts. If any of you are familiar with P90X or something, basically every workout's an hour. And yeah, you can stop it anytime you want to, but the way I see it, I mean, I put it in, my intention is to do the whole thing, or as much of it as I can. And so I'll include that link. Maybe I'll post it right here in this video as I'm talking. Maybe I'll have a link to their site just in case anybody's interested in checking them out. But as of right now, I'm using P90X and using MyFitnessPal. I'm using the weight tracking app. I also have downloaded another app called Remeasure, and they make a version of this for men and for women. And I have the men's one, and so very first day that I started this, way back a couple months ago now, I took body measurements of that, and it told me, it kind of analyzed me based on my weight and those measurements, my level of my BMI, that's a body mass index. And I'm going to post all that stuff up here, and I'll show you my weights. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you right at the end of this video my weights in data for this first week when I started. And then I'm going to make another video for week 2, and then another one for week 3, and so on and so on. And I'm hoping to get those videos out pretty quick here. So within a couple of weeks, we will have caught up to where I am, and then I'll just be doing the actual weekly videos. And in my videos, I'm going to kind of detail my progress, kind of show what I've done for the week as far as amount of exercise or amount of calories burned, and the amount of calories that I've eaten as closely as I've tracked them, because I haven't worked out every day. I've worked out most of the days, but I haven't worked out every day. And I haven't put in every meal that I've eaten. And some of it, like I said a little earlier, when I'm going out to eat or something, it's harder for me to guesstimate at what to put in. And I could just throw in something. I could just search through their database on MyFitnessPal and, for example, pick out any old hamburger that kind of sounds like it might be what I've eaten, or pizza or spaghetti, whatever it is. But I haven't been doing that. So it's definitely not exactly everything I've been doing, but it's pretty darn close. And I'm going to tell you, it's been a success. Like I said, I started somewhere between 275 and 280. And I'm down in the 250s now, and you'll see that as I'm doing this. I have some pictures that I've taken every single day, or excuse me, I have some pictures that I've taken once a week is when I take pictures, and I put on the same pair of gym shorts, and I stand in front of the same door in my house, And I take these same four, a front, left side, back, and right side photo. And I'm going to post them up, and you'll be able to see kind of what I looked like when I started and where I am, coming up to current time. And, I've lost 20 pounds in this time. And I believe the pictures show it, especially if you look at picture 1 to picture whatever week this is for me now, week 10, something like that. So I'm going to post that up and have some more videos coming out for you, hopefully pretty quickly. So I just want to thank you all for watching. If you have any interest in following what I'm doing, please subscribe. Please leave me comments, suggestions, questions, whatever. I'm going to, as much as I can, I'm going to respond to everybody who's reaching out to me. And I guess that's it. And hopefully you like this stuff. If you do, give it a like. And that's it for now. Thanks for watching. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.